There was a boy named Arun who lived in a small riverside town. The river flowed past their home every day, calm on some mornings, wild and muddy after storms. Arun often thought his father was like that river, sometimes peaceful, sometimes overflowing with anger. One late afternoon, Arun walked home with his father after buying rice at the market. The dirt road was quiet except for the sound of their sandals. Suddenly, Arun tripped over a loose brick and fell hard, scraping his elbow. He looked up, expecting his father to help him up. But instead, came sharp words. "Clumsy boy, can't you watch where you're going?" The sting in his elbow was nothing compared to the sting in his chest. He stood, brushed off the dust, and followed his father in silence. At home, life was like that. One small mistake could bring a flood of harsh words. Arun learned to move quietly, speak less, and hide his hurt. But each summer, his mother sent him to stay with his uncle in a quiet village deep in the hills. His uncle was different. His voice never rose, even when things went wrong. In that village, Arun learned how to sit still by the river, to feel the sun on his skin, to follow his breath. His uncle said, "The river never forces its way forward. It just flows, and in time, even stones grow smooth." One summer day, Arun and his little sister Mira were skipping stones on the riverbank. She laughed every time her pebble splashed instead of skipping. But on her fourth try, she slipped on the wet rock and fell into the shallow water. She wasn't hurt, just startled, but tears welled in her eyes. Arun's heart leapt. He ran to her, ready to help, but the first words that burst out were not gentle. "Clumsy, can't you be careful?" The moment the words left his mouth, he froze. It was his father's tone, sharp, impatient, cutting. The river inside him had suddenly risen in anger, just like his father's. He saw Mira's face fall, and it was like looking into a mirror, seeing himself years ago. In that instant, Arun understood. This was not just his temper. This was the same current his father carried, and maybe his grandfather before him. It had flowed through generations, spilling into every heart it touched. Arun knelt beside her, his voice soft now. "I'm sorry, Mira. I didn't mean that. Are you okay?" She nodded through her tears, and he held her for a long time. From that day, Arun made a quiet vow. "I will not let this river of anger keep flowing through me." He would pause before speaking, breathe before reacting, and let love, not frustration, guide his words. And slowly, the river inside him changed course. Friends, anger and impatience are like rivers. We often inherit them without knowing. They shape the land of our hearts, carving the same paths over and over. But with mindfulness, we can change their flow. When we return to the present moment, we see clearly, we speak kindly, and in that awareness, we break the chain. The old current loses its strength, and a new river, gentle and life-giving, begins to flow.